Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things DFW, your go-to source for everything life, business, and real estate here in the Dallas-Fort Worth, DFW, North Texas area. This week, we're getting into the real numbers and local trends that matter because today's episode is all about the Murphy, Texas real estate market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just trying to stay informed, this is the update you've been waiting for. Let's talk about what's actually happening in Murphy, Texas. So, as you can see here in the month of August, the median sales price was about 575,000. There was about only 15 homes closed, 59 listings, which our inventory, month's inventory was about 4.3, right? So we know that anything below 6 months historically is a seller's market. But with today's rates, we're starting to see that this is a buyer's market still, right? Because there's so much more inventory depending on where you're looking for, what neighborhood, and things like that, that sometimes buyers may have the upper hand depending if the seller is willing to negotiate. But nonetheless, home prices have remained strong. Inventory is still coming because what we can see here is that as of today, there's still about 50 homes for sale in Murphy. And, they range anywhere from 439 all the way to 1.055, right? And so there's still plenty of homes in Murphy, Texas for sale, and there's even new construction as well, and whatnot. So, you know, homes that maybe are sitting a little bit longer, the average days on market from going to market to getting closed is about 77 total, right? Obviously, days to close is about 32. So once they originally go under contract, which is well within what it usually does, right? About 30-day range, and whatnot. So buyers, if are buying in this market, um, you know, Murphy's still a smart move. You know why? Because you're getting top tier schools, amazing parks. There's new businesses that are still opening, like Torchy's that just opened up. You have HEB that's coming in 2026. And so homes in Murphy are still also holding their long term value. So, like I mentioned, interest rates may not be where you want them, but just let me be clear, right? You can buy the house at today's price. And let's say, as we see historically, home values are going up. If the rates fall down the road, just refinance, right? That could be an option, but at least you're getting into today's market prices and not waiting a year to get that same house at a higher dollar amount. So now, sellers, don't worry, haven't forgot about you or anything like that. Buyers are negotiating harder, right? We all know that. It's because obviously, showings may be down from peak pandemic levels. Inventory is up. So guess what? They get more options. They can take their time to find out what they really want. They can see multiple homes. But when your house is priced right, if it's staged well and it's marketed correctly, you will attract qualified buyers who are ready to move now. I've personally seen listings that sit for weeks and others that we have go under contract within 3 to 4 days, right? What's the difference? Well, presentation and positioning that house. But like I mentioned, it got to be priced right, staged well, and marketed correctly. So even if you're thinking about selling in the next 6 months, now's the time to prepare. Let's walk you through how you get top dollar without wasting time on market. That's something that we can do. Okay. So, what makes Murphy different from a lot of surrounding cities in this area? Well, you got stable home values, a tight knit community feel, constant commercial growth still, and lower price per square foot than places like Plano or Allen. So that's kind of a rare combo. And like I mentioned, with the new HEB, bringing even more traffic and attention to the area, we can expect, for demand to kind of go up, and a continuing growing neighborhoods, especially that, for families that are looking to maybe trade that city life and move to maybe a suburb that has a little bit more peace without sacrificing quality. Because let's face it, Murphy has a lot going for it. There's some amazing restaurants there. There's retail there. There's all sorts of things. And, depending on which part you're in, you can be Wylie ISD, you can be Plano ISD. So you still got top tier schools. So that's your Murphy real estate market update for the week. And if you're wondering how these trends, impact your specific property or maybe your buying timeline, just shoot me a message. I'd be happy to come up with a game plan, a marketing plan, a strategic marketing plan for that to see what we got to do for you to position yourself, whether you're either selling or buying. So next week, we're back on the streets. We're going to be spotlighting a whole different city. So be sure you like, subscribe, hit that follow button so you can stay up to date to see what city we're talking about next. Till then, see you later.